Was how do we get our elements like this actually aligned horizontally where the balls are actually horizontally aligned at the same height. So let's go ahead and create that. So I've opened up a new page in EditorX. I'm going to pull out a repeater very quickly. So I'm going to go to add elements. We're going to pull out a repeater and we're going to set this repeater to a least 50% width. Here we go. Maybe we'll do 80. Maybe do 85. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple things in here. I am going to quick add a shape. I'm going to pull this up here. I am also going to, we're going to do a 3-section item container in here. So I'm going to apply a grid in each container. I'm going to set a 1x3 so we have a section, one for our ball or one for our shape, one for our paragraph, and one for our basically our quote person. So I'm going to set this to be left aligned and top aligned here. Maybe center aligned. Here we go. I'm going to right click into our second row here. I'm going to quick add and grab a paragraph. I'm going to make sure this is set directly into that grid cell. And I'm going to Control D, duplicate that, push it into our third grid cell, and I am just going to call this name. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select everything here, left align, perfect. And I'm pretty much going to do the same for all our other pieces here. Perfect. Now, the issue is, right, is there is less and there is more content in each one of these things. So just so it's one-to-one, I'm going to copy and paste the exact text in all of these. I want to make sure that the paragraph is set to 100%, maybe 90% of the actual container that it's within. So boom, we're going to grab this testimonial, we're going to drop it in here. We're going to grab this testimonial and we're going to drop it right in here. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm also just going to grab these fake names, of course, again, just for a demonstration purpose. Whoops. And last one. Perfect. Okay, so next I'm also going to take away the background repeat or the background color here. So this is pretty much how we're going to have we have essentially a repeater. Everything is going to say the same height and or width. Now what I do need to do with these other names, we need to put these down into the third row here. And I need to also reduce or move the actual, looks like there's docking here. So it looks like there's a negative. I'm going to set this to left align. Let me refresh because I see that there's a little bit of a something going on there. So we'll let EditorX refresh. We'll go back to the proper page. All right, now let's deal with this paragraph. Okay, we're going to put it in the third. There we go. This is how it should be properly. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go in here. This is also in the third. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go into our item here, change grid layout, advanced mode, and I'm going to set these to max content for all of these because I want these rows to essentially just be the exact height of whatever is in them. And then we can basically max content. We can manipulate this afterwards. Okay, I'm going to select this. Looks like, yep, we're going to remove this docking here. And we're going to check one more thing because it looks like there's a lot of extra space here that we don't need and we're trying to figure out why that is. Okay, this works out, but it looks like there's still some space in there that really shouldn't be. So let's check out everything else. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Let's remove this. Okay. So far so good. Now I'm going to go in and add a little bit of margin because we don't want these things crashed into one another. I'm going to do 20 pixels. And 20 pixels from the bottom. Okay. Now all we need to do is, as we go to tablet, okay, we don't want this horizontal. And of course, you know, we can decide if we want these to be much larger. We can decide if we want them 10%, but we're going to set this to maybe 25 right now. We're going to go to our repeater. We're going to set this from our card list view to our list, or our card view to our list view. We're going to center that. Now between each item, we're going to go to our repeater, our vertical margin. We want this to be 50 pixels because we want about 50 pixels between each item here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this footer. I'm going to go to this section. I'm going to set this to auto because I want this entire section to fit exactly the content that's within it. Before there was a little bit of a cutoff because we had it at 100% VH. So if I go back, I'm going to Control Z a little bit. So why all this was gray down here after I delete this footer, this section is 100% VH, which means everything that is within here is kind of going outside of the section. So we need to set it to auto so that the container basically is like, oh, well, we have all this stuff inside of me. Let me actually fit to the exact height everything is within. So I'm going to go back to our repeater. There is a little bit of pixels on top. We're going to set that to 0 for now. And we're so far so good here. I'm going to go to mobile and all should be good here. So to the question that was asked in the Discord, Kate, all you need to do essentially is create this using repeaters and use your items within your repeaters. Go to your grid layout, create a 1x3, and basically go through exactly what I've done here. And so, and you can dictate what really happens. We've made this responsive. Obviously, the star gets a little too small for my liking as we go to, as we get smaller on the desktop. So maybe what I would set it to is, rather than 10%, I'd probably just stick it to pixels to keep it that size until we get to tablet. So boom, 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 we're looking good, looking good, looking good. So this will help you out. If you have any more questions, please let me know. And if you like this video, check out our Discord and for more Editor X tutorials. So with that said, I hope you enjoy and we'll talk soon. Bye.